about what is pressure. And in South Africa, pressure is not having a job. Pressure is one of your close relatives being murdered. In South Africa, there's a lot of problems, which is pressure. And we started talking about things like that. And rugby shouldn't be something that creates pressure on you. Rugby should be something that creates hope. So we started talking about things that we've got a privilege of giving people hope, not a burden of giving people hope. But hope is not talking about hope and saying you got hope and tweet a beautiful tweet and things like that. Hope is when you play well and people watch the game on a Saturday and they have a nice barbecue, for people who doesn't know what braai is, and have a nice barbecue and watch the game and feel good afterwards. And you know, no matter of your political differences or religious differences or whatever, for those 80 minutes you agree with a lot of things that you normally disagree, and we just start believing in that.
Oh, hi guys, how's it? Welcome terug allemaal. How's it uit Texas to all my Afrikaans followers, Boinandjala, all that kind of thing, and welcome back to everyone else that speaks English or whatever language you speak in the entire world. Yes, we are less than a week before the defending World Cup champions retake the field, as they will be taking on Wales in a test in Twickenham. I am beyond excited, but not just for that. Ladies and gentlemen, this Friday, I will be getting married to Jess. We are getting married at 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time here in the U.S. Obviously, you guys know her, you've seen her, and I'm a very lucky man. People say, "Oh, she's a lucky one." No, I'm the lucky one. I feel like I'm the lucky one in this. But yes, getting married Friday and then Saturday morning, getting up early. It will not be going live for that test because it's the day after my wedding, guys. I think you understand. But we will be doing, once the lineups are announced, I will be doing a pregame video with a special guest. Who will it be? I don't know as of yet. There's about 3 or 4 guys that I'm talking to. We might even get a Welshman on here, folks. Might have to turn on the subtitles for that one. I swear, for all the accents I've heard, the Welsh accent might be the most difficult for me to understand. Seriously, I'm like, what? Huh? What'd you say? Okay, anyways, so with the first game coming up against Wales next Saturday, the 22nd of June at, like I said, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time here in the U.S. Flow Sport, that's how you can watch it here in the U.S. Or you can jailbreak an Amazon Fire Stick and watch it on Super Sport the way God intended. Yeah. Anyways, so we've got the initial Springbok training squad out. It's been available for a couple of days now. I've been taking a look at it. I did a chat with a mate last week on a podcast, and I thought, hey, let's bring it onto my show. Now, he has been granted the honorary doctorate title, so I will refer to him as Dr. Rassi or Dr. Erasmus. And as you know, any of you guys that are older, look, sometimes doctors misdiagnose things. They do make mistakes. And I do feel that maybe some mistakes were made out of this wider training squad, and we will take a look at it. And I will give you the guys that I'm kind of a bit bummed that didn't make the list. You never know. We do have a game against Portugal after the Ireland test. But I do know that our French players were not available. The guys from the Stormers and Bulls, I think the Stormers guys are available now. The guys from the Bulls are not available, as they have, congratulations, will be taking on the Glasgow Warriors next weekend in the URC final down there from here at Loftus Versat in Pretoria. Hopefully that becomes a good one. So good luck to the mighty Bulls. I had the jersey on all day yesterday. It's in the wash right now. Another quick one. Got to give a shout out to the Oak. Let me see. I hate looking at this camera. My friend Grant Fisser down the road here was able to acquire me this very keen Toyota Cheetahs kit, and also one of my other favorite Sofa Sides Yes, the Emirates Lions that is currently hanging in the closet back behind the camera here. You can't see it, but very much thankful for Grant for that. I do appreciate it. These are hard to get here in the U.S. I will pay him back somehow. I'm just trying to figure out a way to do that so far. But let's go ahead and take a look at these forwards and backs. We'll go through the list, and then I'll give you my opinions on guys that I felt like, man, they kind of Dr. Rassi kind of did them wrong. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is from the SA Rugby site, or this is from SA Rugby official. Forwards, we have Butalesi, the Hollywood Bet Shark. We've got Joseph Dweba. We do remember him. Ben Jason Dixon. Peter Steph-Totoy. I mean, how could you forget that guy? Eben Etzebeth. Nithling Fuche from the DHL Stormers. Vincent Koch from the Sharks. Franz Maharba from the Stormers. Malcolm Marks. Can't wait to see him back. Bongi Manombi. Dang it. I had my friend Johan tell me how to say this properly because he's also from KZN. But Machuno from the Sharks. Nice flat top that he's got there. Salman Murat. Could be a potential one-day first Muslim captain of the Stormers. Franco Mostert. Oxen Che. Evan Russ. Quokka Smith, of course, you know I love him. Andre Hugo Venter, who's had a great season, and Jasper Visa of the Tigers. This is going to be your forward pack. The backs, the Milnerton grad and Panasonic Wild Knight, Damien Dialende, Faf de Klerk, Andre Esterhuizen, Afalele Fassi, Jordan Hendricks, Sasha Feinberg, Mokunzulu. I'm going to get that right. Sorry, Sasha. I'll get it. I promise. Ethan Hooker, Quan Horn, Cheslin Colby, Jesse Creel, Manny Libok, Makazoli Mampipi, Sia Masuku, Andre Pollard, Morne Vandenberg, Edward Fantamerva, and Grant Williams make out the backpack. Now, look, this is not it. We're going to get a completely different squad when the URC ends, when everybody's available. Pump your brakes a bit. I think we're going to have a completely different looking squad in 12 days as everyone becomes available for selection again. So, yes, obviously there's some guys that I think we were all calling to be on this. For me personally, yes, Quan Horn, definitely. Sia Masuku, 100%. 100%. No question. And I think, like I said, there's some guys that I think have earned their way into it. Obviously, you know, you dig. Butalesi does, and he deserves to be here. Hugo Venter, he deserves to be here. A lot of these guys, they've put in the work. They deserve a shot. But I'm also of the personal belief that there are guys. There's some guys that I feel like Dr. Erasmus maybe probably should have did. There's some guys that I feel like should have gotten picked. And I'm going to go through a few of those right now. And the first one I am going to pick, as I add it to the screen here, is the league's leading tackler. Ruben van Heerden of the Stormers. This guy, once again, leading tackler in the URC, which, look, guys, regardless of how you feel about it, that's a tough-as competition. Not to stroke the egos of any Irish fans, I would dare to go to say it might be the toughest rugby competition on the planet. Not to ruffle any feathers. I know French people are going to come flying in. I know Premiership fans are going to come flying in. I know Super Rugby fans are going to come flying in, even though I do love Super Rugby. It's a tough competition. And when you're the leading tackler in the league, I feel like he's done everything that's been asked of him. He does lack a bit of that aggression, but it's something that comes with being around people like Eben Etzebeth. It can be taught. Now, I'm not mad that Salman Murat got a pick. I think Salman Murat deserved it as well. But I feel like Ruben van Heerden should have gotten the pick. He should have gotten the call. It's just me. Like I said, it's just me. Disappointed that he's not on this roster. And then we go to The next guy that I really, really, really was hoping that would get the call up, and I think I'm definitely not alone in this one. And yeah, I think everybody's going to probably agree with me on this one. Yeah. Nahamba. Definitely. No question. Tell me you don't enjoy watching that guy play. Undersized as hell, can play 9 or 10. Undersized as hell. An absolute joy to watch on the pitch. You don't have to be a Lions fan to enjoy that guy. Just his tenacity. He's spry. He's up and at him. We've had a history of that. It's why we like Faf de Klerk. He's a giant slayer, but he's like the little guy that just punches above his weight a bit. Nahamba, 100% punches above his weight, and always has. So I'm a bit disappointed that he got left out. And I guess I should probably say the reason why, I guess more than anything, is that I've made some controversial opinions on TikTok, a little bit on Facebook, and I've gotten called, yeah, we already know what the word is. It's that big R word. Manny Libok is not consistent enough. It's not a race thing. He is not a consistent enough kicker. I want the guys in there that are going to make the guys that are starting. I want guys in that are going to make Handré Pollard sweat for his job. He does not sweat for his job over Manny Libok. He knows there's no risk of him losing his job to Manny Libok. I want players in. This is the time to build that. I want players in who will make these guys. I want guys that'll make Peter Stuff-Totoy worry that he's going to lose his job. And tell me I'm wrong for that. You can't. You can't tell me I'm wrong for it because I'm 100% correct. I want guys that are going to make these guys sweat for their jobs. Plain and simple. I want guys that are in that are going to make the guys that have the job sweat for it. I want people in that'll make Malcolm Marks and Bongi Manambi sweat for their jobs. Manny Libok does not make Handré Pollard sweat for his job. Now, do I think Manny Libok is rubbish? No. His ball distribution skills are unseen, and I talked about it during the whole World Cup. His kicking is just not nearly consistent enough. Now, if he had somebody like a Franz Stan playing fullback who could do the kicking, oh yeah, I'd keep Matt. If Damian Falemza could kick a bit more consistently, yeah, give me Libok. Let Damian do the kicking. It's pretty simple. Now, obviously, we have a different coaching staff, and maybe things have changed. Maybe we operate a bit differently. Who knows? But I don't want to be the guy that's sweating for 3 points. Handré Pollard is ice cold. Is he as good as an attacking fly half as Manny Libok? No. But I feel a lot more comfortable with Handré Pollard defensively, and if it comes time that he's going to have to kick through the post to win us the game, I'd feel comfortable with that. I don't feel that with Manny Libok. I don't feel comfortable having to win the game with his boot. It's just plain and simple. Now, if we could score 10 tries and he misses, 7 out of 10, I probably wouldn't care so much because we're blowing him away anyways, but we don't score 10 tries. And when you miss those conversions, those penalties, dude, those kill you, man. Those kill you. So I'm ready to see somebody else. I want to see Masuku, see if he can make Handré Pollard sweat for his job. Does Nahamba make Handré Pollard sweat for his job? Since we obviously won't have the Viking Arhe Snyman because, they just finished out their season with Munster. Are we going to see Eben Etzebeth and Arhe in the first game against Ireland? Well, I know I'm kind of thinking ahead there, but Tell me that isn't the combo you want to see. Yeah, tell me I'm wrong. But anyways, yes, Ruben Van Hitter being left out bothered me a lot. Nahamba being left out bothered me a lot. Now, I know this is just the initial squad. We're playing Wales. It's Wales. I can give you a direct quote that I gave some mates on WhatsApp, which is, Wales is going to be fun. Ireland's going to be war. I don't want to look too much into it. I don't really like talking about the URC on here, but we saw the Bulls beat Leinster. Leinster is essentially 80 to 90% of the Irish national team. There was no Kurtley Arenza and there was no Kanan Moody. If I were Irish fans, I'd be a bit worried. Oh, but they just won the Six Nations. Yeah. How many of those teams finished in the top 4 of the Rugby World Cup? Oh, yeah, the one that beat Ireland in the Six Nations did. I think the lack of Johnny Sexton is about to show really badly. Do I rate Johnny Sexton as one of the best of all time? No, but I rated him as a very good 10. Now, don't want to jump the gun. Don't want to jump too forward here to that. But I definitely, like I said, I'm looking excited. I think this game against Wales is easily winnable, but I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting to see what Dr. Erasmus and co. put out on the pitch, because we are going to be without Cheslin Colby. It looked like he was going to be out, had a little bit of an injury he was dealing with, but he is back in camp. He's just not going to play this game. We don't have Kurtley Arenza, as he got his cheek broken, so he's not going to be available until the Rugby Championship. Damien Falemza still recovering. Kanan Moody still recovering. We've got some injuries that we got to get guys over, but I think we'll be fine once we do that. And this should be a fun game next Saturday, and hopefully you guys are all able to watch it along with me, and we can enjoy it all together and start off. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the kickoff for our defense. Back to back. Can we make it back to back to back? I don't know, but it all starts next Saturday. So once again, thank you guys for subscribing. These will continue going on as we get closer to these games. International test season, baby. Tell me this ain't the best time. I like club rugby, and it's it's entertaining and it's fun, but come on, man. I live for test rugby. I live for this. I live for the box, man. That's when my blood gets pumping. It's when I get excited. Our rings both have green in them, guys. Yeah, come on, man. I bleed for the green and gold, man. That's my team, so we're looking forward to it. Did not want to forget without mentioning JC Pretorius, another guy that should have scored as well. Totally forgot, just popped in the back of my mind. But yeah, JC Pretorius, another guy that should have gotten on there. But like I said, we've got this game, 2 games against Ireland, a game against Portugal. Maybe we see these guys come in on that game. And we've got the Rugby Championship. The sky's the limit. So talking to you guys again very soon. Cheers, and thank you guys for the continued support.